Hello everyone, how are you doing? Alright guys, for this particular video I'll be teaching you the completion of this boaterhat. If you'll be following me, you notice that I posted the first video here, and the first video is the part 1 where I made the crown, and the part 2 where I made the brim. So here this is the completion. If you have not watched this particular part 1, it's on my channel. Please go and watch it. It will guide you on how to get the crown. So this is the molded crown. But if you don't have a mold, the same video, that part 1 will teach you how to get this particular one, this crown. I didn't mold it. So go and watch it. I don't know if you get me. So this part 2 was where I made the brim, the flat base. Okay, this is the flat base. So go and watch the part 2 so you'll be able to get this particular design. Then this particular video is the final episode. So here I'll be teaching you how to join the crown to the flat base. So please stay put. So without taking your time, let's move straight to the tutorial. So this is the crown or the molded cap base. And in the part 1, I taught you how to get this particular mold. I also taught you on that part 1 how to get this crown without molding. So I want everybody to learn how to get this crown, whether you have a mold or not. So if you watch closely, you notice that the mold has dried, and I've removed it from the wooden mold. So I just measured it round to make sure I get 2 inches. So the excess part, which is the underneath of the mold, that is what I'm cutting out. Please, while doing this, don't overcut, don't pass 2 inches, you understand? Don't pass 2 inches. See what I'm doing? So I'm just cutting out the excess part, okay? Make sure I'm just getting 2 inches, and this is the outcome. All right, so I'll be placing this crown on top of the flat brim. So this part was also taught on the second part of how to make this boaterhat. If you have not watched it, go and watch it on my channel, so you'll be able to get the second part. So I'll be placing the crown on top of the flat brim, and I will attach both together. So what I'll be doing now is to use my glue gun and the candle gum to hold this firm. I would advise you to use your candle gum. Please don't use USU gum here or any other gum. Use your candle gum so it will be very firm, okay? So you can see the way I'm placing the gum. Once you do this, hold it firm, both front and back. See the way I'm holding it. Hold it a little while, mount pressure there, so it will stick very well. So I'm done doing that side. The opposite part of it, you gum it again. You do same thing you did on the other side, okay? So just use your candle gum to glue it down. Opposite part of it, see what I just did? So you apply your candle gum there again. Then after applying your candle gum, you will mount pressure. Please guys, if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. I'm Unique Nelo. I teach different DIYs here. I also talk about business. For my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. So you can see what I just did here. All right. So, and what I just did here, I will do it on these 2 sides again. I don't know if you understand me. And I will do it round the whole brim. Please, while doing this, don't mess your work up. I always hammer on this. Do a neat work. Don't be in a hurry and litter your work. While doing this, just apply little candle gum and mount pressure. You understand? So once I'm done with this side, you'll be doing it on the other side. So guys, I've attached the crown to the base, and you can see how mine is beautifully made. There's no gum stain. Please, while doing yours, apply carefulness so you don't mess up your work. So next thing I'll be doing now is to attach the handle, and this is the shiny bias. You can use any material once it's 1 inch, okay? So I'll be attaching it this way, and the length of this bias is 22 inches. I cut out 2 pieces. So I'll be rubbing gum on this shiny part, and I'll place it this way. So this particular one here, I've already gummed it down, so I'll be gumming the other side of it. You understand? Don't forget to rub on the shiny part. I don't know if you get me, on that shiny part. So when the person tie it on the head, the shiny part will be glittering on the head or on the hair. All right. So I had to mount pressure so the thing will gum very well. All right. So once I'm done doing this, next thing you'll be doing is to use the same 1 inch bias to cover it up. You can use elastic here you have 1 inch elastic, you can use it to cover it up. So I'll be rubbing my candle gum. Please, while rubbing candle gum here, be careful too, so you don't rub everything on the surface they'll be seeing. So be careful here. So I'll rub it on this edge, on the top part of the crown. And if you are into fascinator, this side will not be a new method to you. So while doing this, rub it round and please make it to be neat. You can see how mine is neatly done. All right, so we're done with the under. Let's go over to the top part. I will advise you to cover this part because it will be a bit rough after molding. So I'm just taking the measurement of the crown and I got 26 inches, okay? So because it's 26 inches, I'll be adding just 1 inch allowance, and the length of the fabric I'll use to cover this will be 27 inches length, while the width still remains 2 inches. I don't know if you get me. So the fabric I'll be using to cover this up, I'll just fold it this way in a rectangular form. You can see what I just did. So we call this a bias method. Just fold in a rectangular form this way. The reason why I normally cut in a bias method is so when I'll be wrapping it around the crown, it will be very easy. So I folded this fabric. On fold, it is 2 inches. You will notice I'm marking 2 inches here. I don't know if you get me. But when I open it up, it will be 4 inches width. I don't know if you get me because it's on fold. So, and because I folded it this way, it is 2 inches. But if you open it up, it will be 4 inches. I don't know if you understand me. All right, so while doing this, please let the wrong side face you. So I'll be sewing on the wrong side and this is the right side. So you can iron yours if you want, in order to get a flat surface. So I'll be using US shoe gum here, not a glue gun. I rubbed US shoe gum round the crown. You understand? Rub US shoe gum round the crown and glue it down to the base, and I'll cut out the excess parts. So next thing we're doing now is what we'll be using to cover up this part. So I'll be using the 3 inches crinoline. Okay, this is crinoline, and I'll be using it to form my bow. Guys, what I'm doing here is optional. If you decide to do any other design, you are good to go. Remember, it's all about creativity. So for me, I just want to create this design for myself. So the length of this crinoline is 18 inches length and 3 inches width. So I will cut out the fabric to cover it up, and the length of this fabric is 18 inches length by 6 inches width. So on the wrong side, you sew down and turn it out. I have inserted the crinoline here. You can also iron out if you want. Then you fold the crinoline this way, and I'll be showing you another way of designing the boaterhat. So you can place this thing this way. You can see this bow design I made. You can place it this way. Just rub your candle gum there and hold it down. So please, attaching your crinoline inside this fabric is optional. If you don't want to put crinoline, I will advise you to cut your fabric without putting crinoline. Just use 2 inches crinoline if you want, or don't even put crinoline and just attach it this way. Don't know if you get me. Alright, but for me, I want the bow design to be visible. That's why I use 3 inches crinoline. But if you want the bow design to be equal to the brim, you don't want it to be too bold, use 2 inches crinoline. You understand? And just attach it, then form a loop and cover it up. So that is for the first design if you want to make that design. But for me, I want my bow to be visible and cute. Please, if you read this level and you've not given this video a thumbs up, kindly like this video, okay? And also subscribe to my channel. Alright, the next fabric I'll be cutting out is 25 inches length by 6 inches width. This is for the tail. I'll be using this fabric to wrap the bow, okay? So I folded it into half this way, and after aligning it, as in the edges, I made it to be equal. I will take my scissors to cut it out. You can see the way I aligned it. So I'll be cutting out from that side that is not open, but slant your hand while doing this. Please slant your hand. So that's how I got that V shape, okay? So remember, this is the wrong side. Take it to your sewing machine. You sew down and stop here. So give allowance at the center. You understand? That opening is where I'll be using to turn it out. So for the excess part, don't forget to cut out the excess part so it doesn't make it to be bulky and fluffy inside. Don't know if you get me. So I'll be cutting out the excess part, and after doing that, from that opening which I made at the center part, I'll be turning it out. And after turning it out, you use anything, but I'll be using my scissors just to pop out the edge. Just want everything to be neatly done. You can take this to your iron and iron it out. Okay? So this is the way I formed the tie. The one was longer than the other. You notice that, okay? And one edge was longer than the other edge. Then I knot the tie this way. Guys, remember I told you it's all about creativity. This side I'm showing you is just optional. This is what I created myself. I just wanted my bow to be outstanding. So it's not a must you will do this, but you can also create your own design. Yes, I always encourage creativity. You can create your own design. So I had to drag this down this way, drag it down. Then after dragging and adjusting, next thing I'll be doing is to glue it to the crown. Okay, I'll be gluing it to the crown, just adjust. Then at the back here, sorry, I later flattened this side. After tying, I took it to my iron and I ironed it out. That's why I said you can iron before now. So I'll be placing it on top of the boaterhat, and how I attached it was I rubbed my candle gum here. Please, not UHU gum. Use glue gun, that candle gum, use it. So use it to rub here first, then rub it on the boaterhat, then attach it this way. Please, while attaching, also mount pressure. Then I covered up this part, that tail, you understand? I covered it up this way. I used my candle gum as well. I rubbed it there and I covered up that rough part. Then later on, I used my candle gum, you understand? After rubbing it here and covering up this part with that tail, I later used my candle gum again. I rubbed it under here, you understand? I rubbed it under this tail, and that is it. Guys, if you are giving this as a gift, will you wear or won't you wear? So this is the conclusion of the boaterhat, guys. Anyway, I know some people are paying for this tutorial, but I had to give it out for free. My target is let everybody rock it. At least this is my Easter gift. Rock this on the Easter Sunday and thank me later. Please don't forget to say thank you on the comment section, or God bless you. See you guys in my next video. Bye.